Right now I'm walking around the house. I'm doing a before shot. I'm looking right now on the right rear corner of the house where you see the gutters already bent down. Basically on this side we're going to be doing a lot of scraping. The wood looks pretty good from here. So there's going to not be any additional cost. Just basically looking at a lot of scraping here. Going around and go back and I'll throw it in. Go back and throw caulk inside this to make sure that all the cracks are sealed. Nothing's been done in this house in a long, long time. So this is just regular wear and tear. Right here is where we ripped all the existing boards out. And basically a lot of this back here was completely rotted out. Some of the substructure in here is still pretty good. Some of it is rotted out, but some of it is fairly good. You can tell this is an old style roof. They didn't use OSB boards. They didn't use OSB boards or sheathing. They used wood planks like you would use on regular decks. The thing about it is, you can see the difference between the good and the bad. All this out here needs to be replaced completely because most of it's rotted out, and it's going to cause a lot more damage. You need to go back up with new soffit and fascia board. And of course, you can see this is rotted out completely. Looks like paper. Nothing can attach to that unless it's replaced. Same here, this one, paper. The rest of that wood is good, except for what I cut off, it was pretty much damaged. But it's going to look like brand new once we do it. This is a lot of the debris that came from inside the soffit area. The gutters, you can see the gutters are completely just filled up. We've cleaned the majority of it out. That's why they're having a lot of water problems. You see, here's one board that we're going to end up replacing because of the edge, but I may end up just taking and cutting off the bad part and keeping the good, because it's still pretty good up to this point right here where I cut it. We got a lot of scraping to do. A lot more scraping and pressure washing. So I'm not going to pressure wash until we get the majority of this paint off of here. Now I'm walking up on the front porch. You see the rafter tails in here are still pretty good. They look like they've just been put up. Look real good. As I stated in before, this between the good and the bad. Kind of wet, but they look better up here than they do in the back. Okay? See, we've done a lot of scraping on this board here. Now we're getting over to the serious part. We have roots, vines of ivy, things like that, as seen on the other side of the house, that have grown up into the attic and taken over. So when we took this down, there was an array of ivy all up through here and dead branches. And then as you can see, all the damaged and rotted wood, it just falls apart. It's like paper. It's just years and years of rot. And those boards need to be replaced. Spoke to the homeowner, but she told me that her husband may not want them replaced. But That's the only way we can attach the new wood to it. And it will not attach to this. You can see, went out to the edge. The rest of that looks pretty good. There's some more vines going up through there. As you can see, those tree vines and everything going all up through the entire house. So I'm pretty sure they got a nice array of foliage inside the attic. Adding extra insulation. Just kidding. But that's what we have. The Moore residence. We'll see what it looks like afterwards. To be continued.